Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital and welcome to this new video right here on Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update again. Since yesterday, I have to say, if we talk about the price action that that has happened since I did the middle of the day market update yesterday, price action has been quite constructive, and it seems like Bitcoin in general, look, it's the price action in August, and I said this yesterday and I will keep repeating it, it's a little bit strange, right? And it will be 100% different from the price action you see most often, right? Normally July is also pretty weird, but July this time around was actually pretty good. For the majority, not completely, but still. But August is just very low volume. You can see down here, at the end of July, the volume already started to drop down. Only when we had some major moves down, we actually got some volume coming in. And now we basically only have the US session pushing volume and actually pushing the price sustainably. And then probably towards the end of August, major players are going to position themselves again. We're going to see volume coming in, and we can see some of those volume days we had before. So ultimately, it's quite logical that we would see a relatively stable August, right? So where the price balances. And I think that's happening here as well, although I do think that, there's quite a lot of fundamentals and there's quite a lot of news influencing the markets. And that does matter, and that can push prices up higher or lower. And at this point of time, a quick spoiler alert, which is based on the fundamentals, but it's also supported by technicals. The most likely move I see is a move down lower, right? And that's that might be partially because I want to buy lower, and I think most of us want to. But I also think, like I said, technically and fundamentally, there's reasons for that to happen. Now, the fundamentals at this point of time are quite stable. We have no major economic data coming out today. The S&P 500 has bounced, as you can see, from that fair value gap. So this is pretty good to see, right? And then today we actually have some earnings data coming out. I'm not sure if I can show you very easily. Yes, I can. All right, so here we have some earnings data coming out Wednesday, the 6th of August. We have Novo Nordisk, we have Uber, we have Walt Disney, we have McDonald's, Shopify. Look, this matters. It's not huge, but still it does matter. Like I said, there's no economic data, but ultimately it's just going to depend a lot on all the headlines we got coming in. But as it stands right now, the fundamentals are actually pretty good and pretty stable. Volatility index also opened lower. So that is why I think short term, and I think that's confirmed as well by this morning and the price action we've seen over the last couple of days. Today we opened, for example, within yesterday's balance, and you can see that the balance where most of the volume is traded has become a little bit more straight. I would say at this point of time, it's most likely we will remain stable, right? So stability and ultimately, look, this is stability lower, right? Because we had stability up here with Bitcoin. We had a drop, we had some bad fundamentals. Now we have stability here. So basically buyers and sellers agreed on this price first. Now they agree on a price lower, so that is slightly bearish. And that, in combination with all the potential fundamentals that can go wrong, right, with tariffs, with other geopolitical tension, that makes me say that I think we can still drop down lower. And then the main level where I would say we're going to drop down into is that 90-day rolling VWAP, fair value gap around 110,000. So I do think that's a possibility. Do I expect that? Do I expect that over the course of today or short term? No, because short term I think we're forming some balance here, and I don't see any fundamentals at this point of time that would destroy that balance, right? So I think it's more likely that we're going to stay relatively stable here, and that we're going to bounce between 115.5 and 113.5, which is the main balance, right? So that's where the value area is developing, and then based on news, and I'll try to keep you updated on that as soon as I can, we can break out of that, or we can see some major deviations, right? If that area between 113.5 and 115.5 breaks, that's not necessarily a reason to say, oh, we're breaking out, it's over. No, stability seems more likely for now. But that's it for now. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next videos, and bye.